There was a lot more that I was aware of in this three-part series that would have been much too much for my conscious mind to communicate through speech. And there were things that my conscious mind missed that looked like my unconscious mind missed as well, that my body decided to do on its own. So does it really matter? Maybe. Enjoy all three parts.
Alright, this video is called Becoming Aware. More specifically, becoming aware with food. So here I've got some items. You see we all eat together pretty much. Just different food. So, how are we becoming aware with our items here? Well, let's take a look. Alright, normal everyday item, soup. Most people would just dig in with their soup. Now, this has been sitting for a while because I set up everything and did a video with my dogs first on becoming aware. One thing about becoming aware is everyone's different. And so what might make me become aware of something might not make you become aware of something. Or me. What might make me become aware of something might not make you become aware of something. So, since this has been sitting, first of all, I already know it's going to be probably cold or lukewarm. But watch this. This is something I became aware of a long time ago. Because when a soup sits, a lot of soups will create a film. I don't really want to eat that. Some people will call that flavor. Now here's another thing. When I see peas that float and look like they've been damaged, I don't like those either. Okay? Another thing. I'll start stirring the soup. If I see too big of carrots, I don't really like those in processed foods. I love carrots. But there's something about when somebody else makes your food and they process it and they put it into something and it's all done by machines and nobody looks at any of this stuff, and the people that do look at any quality control look at anything very little. And so I've learned there's a lot of crappy stuff that goes through that I don't really like to eat. You know, here's a weird looking carrot with the color. You know, some might be bad. I've seen some that look like they've been grilled and burned, and it's like, okay, what's going on? So I just go through all my soup and look. Now, one thing I can't always control are dog hairs because they float around my house quite a bit. Alright, so there we go. That's enough. I got enough of this stuff. I went through it all, and I put the stuff aside. Alright, this is ready to eat, other than the fact that I would like some crackers in it. I usually grab 4 or 5. Here's 5. And what I'll do is I'll break them, and I've become aware of the best way for me to break them to get a good ratio of bigger ones to smaller ones, powdered to big chunks. So I usually use these 2 fingers, and I become aware this one's going to press harder than this one. I get these 2 fingers out of the way, and this one's just kind of sitting there because it's my little pinky and stuff. So basically I press against this meaty part of my knuckle with the top half of the crackers. And it doesn't really matter as long as they're straight. I don't have to get them perfect. I've become aware. So you see, most people don't do that. They just bust their crackers, throw them in. They get a powder and like, oh, I don't like this, and they don't really think about it. So there you go. See what I did? I broke them all in half, kind of, but got a couple pieces. Now, depending on my mood, I might just drop it in and start eating. But if I'm going to become aware of how I really like it, then what I do is I hold them as close as possible. Whatever falls in, falls in. It's not a perfect thing. And then I just do a little crumble with basically all my fingers. I just smash down at that point. And then I drop them in. And see, I don't break my fingers away, or I don't go like that, because if I do, it goes all over the place and stuff. So I just kind of crumble them in, and there you go. Now you can see I've got bigger chunks, small chunks, medium-sized chunks, dust a little bit. I've got a whole gamut of different stuff. Junior, no. I'm filming, Junior. I know. There's been stuff going on outside. Junior likes to go out. So I mix it in now, and I become aware. Oh, another pea. Another thing with peas is I like to throw them all out for the most part, because a lot of them are really hard in the center, and a lot of them are really hard throughout. Now when you see a pea that doesn't have any dents or anything on it, and it seems good and plump, that's good. But see, when I roll this in my hand, you can see right away it starts to fall apart, and it was kind of had a couple dents on it anyways. Missed a carrot. If it goes in, it goes in. One time I ate a plum, and I went to go cut off the label, and I ended up eating that piece with the label. So there you go. It's good to go. Now I become aware. Look at the ratio of different stuff that's in there. I got a piece of meat, I got some barley, I got a couple carrots, I got enough juice, and I got a few crackers. That's a good bite right there. Go in for another one. That's a crappy bite. To me, I wouldn't eat that. Not unless it's the end. There you go. See? Now I got more of a ratio. Sure, don't have a piece of meat, but become aware this kind of soup doesn't come with a whole bunch of pieces of meat. So, becoming aware, you can become aware of everything. Look at the rings around here. Do I want to scrape that in, or do I just want to leave that out? Do I want to pick up pieces and run the risk of putting more hair and dust in there, or do I just want to leave it and throw it into the sink later? You know, here's my napkins, but look, become aware. They got crackers on them. Do I want to do that? Now, I just became aware and found my other spoon that I lost. I had put the napkins over the top of it, so I had to get another spoon. So, becoming aware can be consciously done, or whoops, I didn't know I did that. You become aware. I just dropped a cracker out of there. Okay, so there you go. Becoming aware.
Thanks for watching. For more topics, please visit my Facebook page at www.facebook.com/mylucidlife.